recall seeing you this happy first thing in the morning.
Oh, well, that's because the Spectator doesn't usually print good news.
Oh, has there been an announcement about Bella?
Oh, no, this is much bigger than business.
I don't think that's possible. What is the good news?
Bloody thou art, bloody will be thy end.
What?
Shakespeare, Mac.
Oh.
Shakespeare. Richard III. Or to put it more simply, the witch is dead.
Okay.
I certainly didn't mince words. Not a bad photo.
Lucas, I hate to do this in a letter, but I just don't think I can handle it in person. I'm so sorry, but I changed my mind. I've decided to take Miguel up on his offer. I haven't had many dreams come true in my life, and now that I finally have the chance, I need to take it and let you go.
Teresa. Teresa, where are you?
Good morning, Eve.
Hey, baby.
Teresa.
Yeah, it's me.
What are you...
Wade,
What are you...
all that matters is that I am here now, and I am never, ever going to leave you again.
Hey, it's okay. So you're just dreaming. What about my sister, apparently?
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Oh my God, thank God.
Yeah, that was double for me.
I'm sorry, I thought you were Mateo.
And you're planning on, what, buttering him to death?
Figured I can't be too careful. You made it seem like the guy is a horrible, bloodthirsty monster.
It's putting it mildly. Didn't you meet him?
Luckily, no. He was supposed to come to my room last night, but he got caught up in some business, Miguel said.
Right. Like, chopping off someone's hand.
Would you please stop? Knowing that you've been here, prisoner for almost a year, I couldn't sleep half the night wondering what he would do to me.
Sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I didn't get much sleep either.
Did he come to your room?
No, not that. No, I just had a different kind of nightmare to deal with. I dreamt Tate had forgotten about me, and he and Brady and Eve were one big happy family.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. And you know what? At least I know that Brady and Eve aren't together anymore. So
right before you woke up, you said Teresa's name.
She was sitting right here. She said, "I will never leave you and Tate ever again."
So, tell me, is that what you want to happen? For that dream to come true, that she comes back to town and you and Tate and her are one big happy family again?
I'm so sorry. You surprised me.
Why didn't you call me? I saw on The Spectator. You shot Vivian?
It was so horrible, honey. I just don't even want to think about it. I really don't. I don't want to think about it.
What happened? What were you guys fighting about now?
Because we have such a history of grievances.
So, Kate shot Vivian in self-defense.
Whatever her motive, I owe her a debt of gratitude. Vivian promised to bury me and said she's the one that ends up 6 feet under.
I would be so gleeful about that, Victor. The woman had a violent death. I wouldn't want to wish that on anyone.
Oh, come on, Maggie. You of all people should be happy that that creature is no longer walking among the living. She was no big fan of yours, you know. Demonstrated by the fact that she buried you alive.
I need no reminding of that. Thank you. That memory is all too fresh.
It is with me. I'm just happy that Brady managed to pull you out of that grave.
Which is why I don't want to tempt fate by gloating over Vivian's death. Think of all the second chances we've been given. The last thing we need is karma coming back to bite us. Especially when we came so close to losing Brady.
Listen, I may be recovering, but I'm 100% up there, okay? Listen to me. I never want to have Teresa back in my life. Or my sons, for that matter. Ever again.
I understand that that's how you feel at the moment, but come on, Brady. You two were engaged, you had a child together. You can't just turn feelings off like that.
I know that, and you're right. You're right, I had strong feelings for her. I did. I mean, we had something very special. But it wasn't always like that, Eve. I mean, there was a time when we brought out the worst in each other. We enabled one another, but then we started rescuing each other from our own addictions, and everything started to change. Why am I telling you? You don't want to hear about
Well,
this.
you changed and you two fell in love.
But then it turned into a nightmare again. She went back to her party girl ways. You know this.
Another man.
She went out of her way to hurt me. It's like she went out of her way to hurt my son as well. My son, who needed her the most. Our son. She dumped us. She just stopped giving a damn about him and me, and she abandoned our family. She abandoned me right when I needed her the most. That's what she did.
Brady, I did exactly the same thing. How can you eat?
I'm starving.
Come on, we need to focus on how to escape this place.
I already know.
What? You do?
Yeah, there's a door on the first floor with a broken lock. If you jimmy it the right way, it'll open up, no problem.
Then what the hell are we still doing here? Let's go. Come on.
No, Chloe, come on. Hey, stop. Hey, come over here, okay? Okay, listen. I thought I made it really, really clear to you that if we try to get out of here, Mateo will kill our families while we're checking our luggage. Like, I keep trying to tell you that, but you don't seem to get it. Mateo is a very possessive man, and when he sees someone or something that he wants, the choice we have is to stay here and get enough evidence to bring Mateo down. And now that you're here to help, we're going to do exactly that. Together.
What are you talking about? You never abandoned me.
Really, didn't
No.
I? What about when Victor put you up to sleeping with me so you could take the company away from me? I lashed out. I was angry. I didn't even give you the opportunity to hear your side of the story. I just up and moved out.
Hold on. You had every right to, because Victor was telling you the truth.
Okay, well, what about now? Here you are in a hospital because you were drugged. You weren't lying when you said you weren't drinking. And I was so convinced that you'd fallen off the wagon. I mean, I left you. I left you on the ground, Brady. My God, what if Lucas hadn't come by when he did? I mean, who knows what would have happened to you?
You gotta hand it to Lucas. I mean, his timing is impeccable.
Okay, you can
Guy's
stop,
got great timing.
stop. Please don't joke about something like this. I did abandon you, just like my sister did. And you didn't deserve it. My God, you didn't deserve any of the things that we've done to you.
Eve, you cannot compare what you did and what Teresa did. And I'll tell you why, because I lied to you. You had every reason to be suspicious of me, but Teresa, on the other hand, I did nothing but give her complete honesty, give her all my love. And you know what? She dumped me, and she dumped my son as well.
Well, that's the part that I'm never going to understand. I don't know, Brady. Maybe that's why I was so cruel. I just trying to protect myself. I thought, well, if I hurt you first, then you can't hurt me. Maybe.
Well, you never abandoned me, even when I drove you away. And I'm pretty damn grateful that you found it somewhere in that heart of yours to forgive a man like me when he didn't deserve it. And especially the fact that you're with me right now.
I'm just glad Brady's on the mend, and having Eve with Brady is sure to speed up his recovery. She's been at his bedside for days. Bless her heart.
Yeah, right. And before he ended up in the hospital, she left him in the gutter to die. Well, let's not be too eager to nominate her for sainthood.
She felt betrayed. She thought Brady had lied to her yet again. Now, even you have to admit that she's very good with Tate. I mean, that little boy, he lights up whenever Eve walks into the room. She obviously reminds him of his mom.
But she's not his mom, damn it. Teresa is.
So how do we do it?
Teresa, how do we get the evidence to bring this guy down?
Okay. So, Mateo keeps a very detailed record of his finances and the people that he deals with. Right? He doesn't trust email or phone, so the only way he communicates with his lieutenants is with the jump drive.
And you have one.
No, not yet. But he keeps them in a lockbox in his office. So if we can get our hands on one, then I can give it to my father, and the ISA can use the information on it. And then Mateo is history, and we can finally go back to our families.
Where's this guy's office?
It's in the basement of this building.
And you haven't been there? I thought you had this place wired.
Well, it's not exactly a basement, okay? It's more like a bunker. I'm talking reinforced steel walls covered in concrete.
Oh, so we can't exactly jimmy the lock.
No, we need a key. And as far as I know, only 2 people have one, Mateo and Miguel. But if we can manage to lift one, then you could distract Mateo while I sneak in and get the drive.
Okay, that's simple enough.
Simple. Maybe, but it's extremely risky. Chloe, I hope I made it very clear. Mateo does not take betrayal lightly, okay? If he has any idea what we're up to, then...
He'll kill us.
Exactly. Now, that is a risk that I am willing to take. I just need to know for you.
Teresa, what are you 2 up to? I know that you and Vivian had a lot of reasons to hate each other, but
Well, honey, I hope that you believe that my hatred is more justified than hers.
that goes without saying, but I never imagined it would come to this.
No, I didn't either. Because I just don't want to talk about it. I really don't. I just want to pretend that Vivian Alamein was a nightmare.
Yeah, well, she obviously lived to cause trouble for people. She did try to convince me that you were the one who offered Chloe that opera in Mexico City.
Have you heard from Chloe since she left?
No, letter is the last form of communication we've had, which is weird. But what's even stranger is she just took off and left, suddenly changing her mind about wanting to be close to me.
I have to say I'm grateful for that.
I'm glad you're grateful, Mom. However, I'm not grateful. So thank you. Thank you for your compassion. Boy, you
Well,
really are.
what do you want me to be compassionate about? The fact that you're pining away after a woman who broke your heart not so long ago? Lucas, she had no respect. She had no loyalty to you, and yet still you want to get involved with her again.
Well, I don't want to hear this. So
Well,
thank
I'm
you.
sure you don't want to hear it, but you need to hear it. Because otherwise, you're going to be wasting a lot of time and energy on a lost cause again. Lucas, I dodged a bullet yesterday in this very room. And the way I see it, you have dodged a bullet with Chloe leaving for Mexico.
Teresa just stopped by.
To check out the competition. When I heard that Mateo was obsessed with some two-bit singer, I had to see who she was for myself. Imagine my surprise when it turned out to be my old rival from Salem. You couldn't keep Brady Black interested. What makes you think you can keep some sophisticated man like Mateo entertained for more than a Mexico City minute?
You're the one who blew it, you gross little junkie. You traded in an awesome guy who's a millionaire for a dime bag.
Excuse me?
Your idea of high class is buying another ounce. I'm sure Mateo spent a year with you and is sick of you. I'm sick of you. I've been here for a day. Wait, what the hell are you doing?
Okay, hey, come on. Enough.
Nobody wants
Both of
to hear
you.
this. Amy, get up.
So calm down. Stay away from each other.
I wish I knew why you suddenly hold Teresa in such high regard.
I merely stated the incontrovertible fact that she's Tate's mother. How is that holding her in high regard?
Oh, let me see. The other day when I mentioned all of Eve's faults, at least she wasn't as bad as Teresa. And you defended Teresa. You said that she wasn't to blame for leaving Brady high and dry.
Well, I hope you can get enough on El Fideo to put him behind bars.
Me too. This is the only way I'll be able to come back to my family. Not that you care. Sorry.
Actually, I'm very proud of what you're doing.
Okay. Who are you and what have you done to Victor Kiriakis?
I mean it. Brady would feel the same way if he knew what you were doing. For your family.
Oh, he can't know.
It means the world to me that you are admitting your mistakes and accepting responsibility for hurting me. But Brady, we're not just talking about us. When Teresa left Tate and I came back to town, I made a promise to that little boy of yours that I was always going to be there for him. And the last thing that I want to do is break that promise to him. And even when I was away, I mean, I tried to call that little man every chance I had. You know that.
I know. So why don't we just simplify things and you move right back into the mansion?
What?
Yeah. I mean, you could be with him every day. We start out at breakfast. What we do is we argue incessantly about the amount of banana slices that he wants to have in his oatmeal. He won't touch it unless there's 5 of them. Then we move on to sock puppet shows, and you can have a character in that, I'm sure.
Great.
Then we try to wipe off all the finger paint that he gets over every single surface in that entire house. I don't know how he does it. And then at dinner, we spend 45 minutes trying to get him to eat 2 pieces of broccoli that are about that big.
Oh, yeah.
But the grand finale is at night when you get to read him a story. Kiss him on the forehead and you watch that beautiful thing just fall asleep in your arms.
That sounds like a perfect day to me.
I love watching you with him. Nothing makes me happier. You've been a godsend in his life. What? Please don't tell me that you're reconsidering giving me a second chance.
Brady, I am not having second thoughts. Oh my God, I love you so much. And nothing would make me happier than to share all those wonderful moments again with you and Tate.
We can have that. Eve, we can have that life together.
Yeah. I know that you believe that, but come on, Mona, let's just think about this for just a minute, okay? God forbid, let's just say I moved back into the mansion and we find out that maybe we're not as compatible as we thought we were, and then you ask me to move out.
It won't happen.
Well, you sound sure about that, as sure as you were about Teresa, until she broke your heart. And not just your heart, little Tate's too. And I just don't want to put you through that. I don't want to be the one to do that. And your son, he's an innocent here. I mean, it would kill me if I knew that I hurt him like
Eve, listen, it's not going to happen. It won't happen.
How can you say that, Brady?
Because you're not your sister. And I'm not the same man I was either. I'm better. I'm committed to my sobriety, and I'm committed to making sure that you are one happy lady. Nothing's going to get in my way of that.
Yeah. And I know that you believe every word that you're saying right now.
I do.
Brady, I want to believe that I can just forget all my doubts, move into that beautiful mansion, and live your happily ever after. But as much as I want this fairy tale to be true, and I want that, it can't happen because the least of my worries are the dragons and witches. Because in our reality here, there are a million scarier things that can drag us apart. A million.
Will you forget what I said about Teresa? Talking about Brady here. My grandson has been to hell more than once. And he's managed to get himself out. Now he's waltzing right back in again because of that gold digger, Eve.
She's not a gold digger. She adores Brady and Tate. And if you would ever pay even 1 minute of attention to anything other than your business or being grouchy, you would see that she makes them both very happy.
She's trouble, that's what she is.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Did you not hear a word that I said?
All right. I'll give you a hypothetical. Suppose that Brady and Eve work out their problems and try and give it a go again. You get a nice little house with a picket fence and begin playing happily ever after. And then one day Teresa comes back to Salem and finds Brady and her son playing house with her sister.
Why do you have to jump to the worst case scenario?
Because it's a very likely scenario. It'll be hell for everyone, especially Tate. He's going to be stuck in the middle. And let's not forget, Teresa does not back down from a fight.
You both need to get a hold of yourselves now. And Fideo trusts that you're both ladies who will act accordingly.
We're sorry.
Very sorry.
Here,
What's this?
what you're wearing tonight.
Tonight?
You're meeting at Fideo.
Yeah, well, a little tip. You should probably keep your mouth shut. That way he might actually think that you have a brain in your head.
Oh, well, that may work for you, but I'm sure that Mateo will be happy to speak to a woman whose voice doesn't sound like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah?
Okay. We're not gonna have round 2 here. Afuera!
I can find my own way back to my room, thanks. Ow, what the hell?
Now that you're not Mateo's favorite anymore, you might want to be a little bit nicer to me. It might be in your best interest to make sure someone wants to keep you alive. What did I just say? I told you I don't want to hear this.
Lucas, you need to hear it, okay? Because obviously you are not mature enough to make good decisions about your relationships in general, or Chloe in particular.
Not mature enough. Really? Do you know how insulting that sounds?
Honey, I'm your mother, okay? And I will always risk being insulting if it's going to save you from being self-destructive.
Please help me. Please, for God's sake.
Lucas, listen to me. Please. Chloe's a player. She hurt you before, and yet you're going to get back involved with her. Don't you have any pride?
I get it, all right? I get it. I get your point. Thank you. I came here to make sure you were okay. Whole thing with Vivian, I wanted to see if you needed anything, if you needed help with anything. But here we are arguing again, so just forget it, all right?
No, honey. Please, I'm sorry, and thank you. Thank you for coming here.
I love you. I love you no matter what. And I'm sure somewhere in there you feel the same way about me. But you know what? I am not going to listen to your advice right now. I'm going to ignore it because I'm going to follow my heart. And I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with Chloe, all right?
Okay, Lucas, wait. Okay. Despite what I feel for Chloe, what I feel about Chloe, I know the heart wants what the heart wants. I know that firsthand.
Wait, so what are you saying? That if Chloe and I get back together, you're going to give us your blessing?
I want you to be happy. That's all I want.
Thank you. Thank you.
But let me just say, sometimes when you follow your heart, you end up going places that you really shouldn't. Chloe betrayed you before. Now she just left you of her own free will. Which means that she gave up on whatever it is the two of you had together. Lucas, so I'm just suggesting that maybe it's time for you to give up as well.
Hey, pretty people, don't mean to crash your party, but we got something for you.
Balance here, huh? What is this? We got champagne for the ladies.
Well, thank you so
We got
much.
some club soda for us. You know how we go.
Sounds good, of course.
I just thought that we should have a toast to new beginnings.
You're right. There are a million things that could keep us apart. But I say bring them on. I would gladly face all of them. Because my top priority, my most important thing right now is the way in which we feel about each other. That's what I'm focused on. No, hear me out. Listen, we've had every chance to screw this up. We have worked really hard try to mess this whole thing up. And Eve, where are we? We're right here trying to make it work. You remember the night of our last date when I told you that I was going to hold on to your engagement ring until the moment came where you would accept it?
Of course, I remember that night.
Good, because I was kind of hoping that now would be that moment.
Well, that's one thing we agree upon.
Well, it's a start anyway.
You know, if Teresa does suddenly come back to Salem, she would not be happy to see Brady in the arms of her sister. But luckily, that's not going to happen because Teresa's not coming back.
No? You have a sideline as a fortune teller?
Well, no, I don't predict the future, but I know people. If Teresa truly loved Brady and that precious little boy, she would never have left them in the first place. Or if she did, she would do everything in her power to get back to them.
Good job, Teresa. You're one step closer to getting home to Brady and Tate.
I wish I didn't have to choose between two things that mean so much to me. But now that I have, I want you to find someone who means as much to you as singing does to me. Don't waste any more time thinking about me, Lucas. You need to move on and find the love that you truly deserve.
Ready to give up on you yet, Chloe.
An opera gown. I should have known.
Good morning, Chloe.
I llamo el fideo.
Hey, what are you doing, Brady?
What am I doing?
Stop
Getting
it.
out of this
Stop it.
hospital
No,
bed.
you just sit right back, lay back
I want to
down.
do this properly.
And
I
want
want to
you to
get
be
on one
okay.
knee. That's how
I
you do
know.
this. You deserve that. You deserve to be treated like a princess, and I plan to do that for you all the days of your life. If you will do me the honor of becoming my wife.
Before you answer that, there's something that Brady needs to know.
This is it. This is what I need to have my freedom.
Buenos dias.